Morning, everybody. Just wanted to bring you a really encouraging word about freedom from addictive behaviours. Look at those amazing flowers showing us new life is on its way. And actually that's really in keeping with this word for today about all things being made new and how we're not in bondage to the yoke of slavery anymore, as Paul says in Galatians. And when we talk about addictive behaviours, I mean, it can be anything from obviously the bigger addictions to alcohol or porn or whatever else, the sort of biggies, or it can also be to things like negativity, to criticism, to self-pity, to performance orientation. It could be to competition, unhealthy competition and jealousy and envy. And we can really be addicted to those behaviours as sort of safety mechanisms or defense mechanisms or just habits that just aren't healthy for us. And I want to remind you of a couple of scriptures this morning. The first one from Galatians, as I said, "Stand fast therefore in the liberty by which Christ has made us free, and do not be entangled again with the yoke of bondage." And that's Galatians 5:1. And you're getting a few cars here too. And then also 2 Corinthians says, "Therefore if anyone is in Christ, he's a new creation. Old things have passed away. Behold, all things have become new." And we have to know that our identity is not connected with these addictions, and that we will be free. We won't. Sometimes it can seem overwhelming, but we're not going to perpetually be in a place where we're just having to manage our addictions, because you consciously bring them to attention and you start to get community around you and chip away at them. You start to speak to those cravings and addictions as though they had ears. Speak to it and tell it to back down, and you put things in place that actually will help you to resist the temptation. So I remember once someone telling me about some friends they had who were coming over, and they were just dreading it because this friend was just always so critical. It was like they really relished criticism, and they just prayed that the Lord would just divert conversation away from things that this person could be critical about, and he totally answered the prayer, and they had a really nice weekend. And so prayer is really powerful in that. So pray for your own stuff, pray for each other's stuff, and make these declarations with me. I am not who my past experience says I am. I am who God says I am. I am not destined to struggle with the same addictions or problem habits my parents or grandparents were bound by. I am not destined to struggle with the same addictions my parents or grandparents were bound by. At the cross, I was made a new creation. Therefore, I do not have to be influenced by any baggage of the past. I have been set free and released from all bondage through what Jesus has done for me. Today is the day of my breakthrough. I am free. Have a lovely day.